This could be the most important minute of your day.
We have been through difficult times
and face big problems ahead.
But every crisis contains both danger and opportunity.
You
can play your part.
Right now.
Please close your eyes.
Imagine the better future we could have.
Imagine that future.
Beneath the ocean's surface lies a city built not by human but by animal. A coral reef is colorful, complex, and alive. But what looks like underwater stone is actually the work of billions of tiny animals working together over thousands of years. This is the story of coral reef, how they live, how they breathe. Corals are animal, marine invertebrates in phylum Cnidaria and class Anthozoa. Each coral is a colony of polyps, which is a tiny creatures resembling sea anemones with a soft body and tentacles used to capture plankton. But they do something extraordinary. These polyps extract calcium and carbonate ions from seawater to build calcium carbonate skeleton, the very structure of coral reef. As polyps grow and die, new generation builds on top of the old. Over the century, this process creates massive reef formation, some large enough to be seen from space. What power this construction? Not just food from the ocean. Corals rely heavily on microscopic partner. Zooxanthellae. These are photosynthetic algae that live inside coral tissue. Through photosynthesis, they convert sunlight and carbon dioxide into sugar, which is a nutrient that corals use to grow and calcify. This symbiotic relationship is vital. In fact, up to 90% of corals' energy comes from these algae. Without them, corals can breed reef. And when the relationship breaks down, due to stress of warming water, corals eject the algae, losing both color and energy. This is coral bleaching. Reef thrive in a very specific condition. They need a warm water between 20 until 30 degrees Celsius and a shallow depth, usually under 60 meter. And last one, they need a clear, low nutrition water, so light can reach the algae inside the coral. Despite growing in nutrient-poor water, coral reefs are biodiversity hotspots. They host over 25% of all marine life, from tiny fish and crustaceans to sharks and sea turtles. They act like underwater city with a complex structure that provide food, shelter, breeding grounds for thousands of species. But this balance is fragile. Climate change is pushing ocean temperatures higher, triggering widespread coral bleaching. Ocean acidification caused by increased carbon dioxide lowers pH and reduces carbonate ion availability, making it harder for corals to build skeleton. Why should we care? Because coral reef protects our coastline from storms and erosion. They support fisheries that feed over a billion of people. They fuel tourism, create jobs, and hold potential medicines, including compound being studied for cancer and viral disease. They are small in size but massive in impact. The collapse of coral reef doesn't just mean fewer pretty dive sites. It means unraveling food webs, coastal vulnerability, and lost resource for future generations. Coral reefs are a living structure, ancient, delicate, and essential. We have the science, we know the stakes. Now it's a matter of action, because saving coral reef isn't just about saving the beauty, it's about saving life in all its forms.